Podbean app, because that's the first episode that I'm actually uploading to a real podcast app instead of just uploading the footage and the audio to YouTube. I uploaded three or four. Bear with me as I move this camera closer to me. I uploaded 3 or 4 episodes already to YouTube. I don't think I uploaded the last one that I filmed. I never got the chance, but this will be the first official podcast episode that I upload to Podbean. And this week we have upgraded audio because I was using the Rode Mic Pro Plus directional shotgun mic, and that really wasn't working out too well for me. So tonight, for the first time, I'm using the wireless Go microphone. It's the little microphone that you hook right onto your shirt. And it's right next to my mouth, and I took some quick footage. I listened to it on my laptop, and it sounds 1,000 times better. So I'm very happy with the audio quality so far. Excuse me guys, give me 1 second here. I will be right back. Enjoy the 4K sky footage while I'm away for a couple minutes. And enjoy the beautiful moon that's out tonight finally. And guess what? We have beautiful, clear, starry skies tonight. It's clear, and we have a bunch of stars. And the moon is out. And oh my god, you guys should have seen the moon earlier. It was huge. It was low in the sky. It was incredible. It was so beautiful. Crazy. Oh, yo, what up, what up? What's up, man? Oh, man. The moon earlier was insane. And the moon yesterday was insane. It was huge. It was red. It was low in the sky. Yo, what's up, man? We got some upgraded audio this week. I got the little microphone right here. I tested it out. I listened to a little bit of footage on my laptop. It sounds so much better. And plus, since it's getting cold out, nobody has their air conditioning on. So therefore, the microphone isn't picking up a bunch of loud air conditioners. So this is what we're working with tonight. We got the moon. We got the nice moon up there finally, which is not ideal for UFO hunting because it adds light, but I don't care. I love the moon. I love when it's out and shining. So tonight we only have one camera pointed up at the sky. We no longer have a second camera pointed at me because a few reasons. But this setup is just a lot easier for me, and I don't have to carry as much stuff, so I'm just going to be uploading the 4K sky footage to YouTube, and also I'm going to be uploading the footage and the audio to Podbean. Podbean is a podcast app where you can upload video and audio footage to. So that'll be on Podbean, YouTube. I was trying to stream this on Twitch as well tonight. It wouldn't let me stream on Twitch for some reason. I don't know why. was also trying to, at the same exact time, stream the audio on Podbean as well, because you can do Podbean live. But I couldn't set that up tonight. So yeah, I got this little microphone on me, and I'm liking the audio quality a lot more. I was trying to tonight is Storm Area 51. I thought that was going down on Saturday. That's not going down on Saturday. That's tonight. Damn, I gotta check Twitter. I gotta see what people are doing. How many people are actually going to this Storm Area 51 thing? I'll go next year if it turns into some kind of like chill event where a lot of people are just hanging out and people are just hanging out and chilling, music. I'll go next year and check it out. Hopefully, if it turns into something pretty chilling to go to. Oh, the festival is the weekend. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of confused on that, but yeah. So this UFO hunting podcast is starting October 3rd. Is going to be probably Wednesday nights, because Thursday nights I'm going to start going on. I'm going to start going on acting classes. I finally signed up. How do I zoom out? I finally signed up for acting classes. Bruh, why can't I zoom back out? And those acting classes are Thursday nights. So I'm either gonna start doing this podcast on the same night every week, or preferably, I guess, I'm gonna check the weather and see what the best night of the week would be. Preferably clear skies. Not foggy and not raining. So maybe that's the best idea, is just to figure out when the best weather would be during the week. Yeah, man, it's gonna be 6 weeks of acting classes with a really good coach, so I'm excited. I wanted to take acting classes like 20 years ago, but finally doing it. Why can't I zoom out? Why is this all up in my face? I don't know. So I've been applying to acting auditions, and actually tomorrow I have to record 2 self-tape auditions. The one producer wants to see you read the script from Goodfellas, the part in Goodfellas, Henry's part, where Henry and Joe Pesci at the restaurant, and Henry's like, "Oh, you're a funny guy," and Joe Pesci's like, "What, I'm funny? What do you mean I'm funny? Funny how?" And Henry's like, "Nah, I'm just saying you're just funny." And Joe Pesci's like, "No, I don't know what you're saying." Yeah, exactly. He's like, "What, am I a clown?" So the one guy wants to see someone read that part. Hold on, I'll be right back. Enjoy the 4K sky footage on the people that are listening to the podcast. I Had some technical difficulties. Had to close a window. I know there is only like one cricket tonight. What's that about? Do they die off when it's cold too? There's a cricket like right behind me. I was thinking about maybe I'll add fake cricket sounds to the audio. You know, make it sound a little bit better. Maybe I should add some fake cricket sounds just to add to the ambiance. You know, I don't know. Dude, finally the moon has been coming out. I feel like I've been waiting for it like all year. Granted, I wasn't, what do you call it? UFO hunting that much during the beginning of the year. But I feel like when it gets cold during this time of the year, the moon comes out right up here, right in the backyard. Man, it's kind of cold out here. I'm chilling with a Corona. Got a couple little Coronas out here. It is so quiet out here right now. Aside from some kind of humming, I don't know if that's an air conditioner over there or what. Camping in Sedona, Arizona next month, zero light pollution. It will be the first time I see the Milky Way. Wow. For anybody that's listening on Podbean, I'm also streaming this on IG Live, so I'm just talking to some people. Man, it's getting cold out here. Sedona, Arizona. I've never been there. I've never experienced zero light pollution. That would be incredible. I would love to experience that. I'm 100% gonna have to go next year. Or maybe even the end of this year, who knows? Yeah, I've never seen the Milky Way. Can you see my breath? No. God, I've seen like photographs of the Milky Way and zero light pollution, but it looks so fake. It's just hard to imagine seeing something like that in person. I mean, I know they photoshopped the photos a little bit to make them better, but still. That is incredible, camping in Sedona, Arizona. Man. Yeah, so I took a few weeks off from UFO hunting, but now I'm back, baby. I'm back with better audio quality. At least that's what I think. It sounded 1,000 times better when I listened to it on the laptop. Any new UFO stories? Well, since I've been slacking on the UFO hunting, I haven't seen anything. told you about the thing that was flying above my house. Let's see, what other story? Well, I was driving down the road one day. This was a few years ago. It was actually daytime. Most of my sightings have been at night, but this one happened to be in the middle of the day. So I'm driving and I look up, and this was before I got contacts or glasses or anything. I have astigmatism, so this object was really high up in the sky, really small, and it was a little blurry for me. I couldn't see it in, crisp, vivid detail because I didn't have contacts yet, but you could still tell and see that it was something strange. And it looked like a floating, like a jellyfish / octopus thing, because it looked like it had tentacles, like dangling off. It had like tentacles or something. And I'm driving, and I'm trying to record a video of this thing. I'm trying not to crash. And, I'm watching it kind of get higher in the sky, and it's a sunny day, clear sky, and I pulled over as fast as I could into this neighborhood. Now, when I pulled over into the neighborhood, there were people outside of this house, and it looked like they were looking up at the thing as well, but I couldn't really tell because I wasn't focused on them too much. I was trying to get a look at that thing floating around in the sky. But by the time I pulled over and I looked up, it was too high up in the sky. It was, I couldn't really make it out at that point what it was. But for the 20 seconds that I got a pretty good look at it, it was straight up some kind of like floating octopus jellyfish thing. Now, I YouTubed it. Actually, you could probably find this on YouTube. If you YouTube like Bucks County UFO or Bucks County UFO, maybe even add Perkins, because I think back in 2008, these waitresses that were working at this Perkins in Bucks County, the same area, they saw the same exact thing. And I believe they described it as a floating octopus or jellyfish thing floating above their Perkins where they were working at. So these women, years and years before I saw it, saw the same thing. And actually the news came out to question them about it. So I'm sure you can find this on YouTube. It looked, it's hard to say. It looked alive, but at the same time it was so sunny that it was kind of reflecting light off of it. It's hard to say, but it looked alive. So those women at the waitresses that were working at the Perkins saw this same exact thing in 2008, I believe. And I saw it in about 2000. 2016, 2015, 16, 2017. So I saw it like years later, the same exact thing. So weird. So crazy. Yeah, I'm so happy the moon is out. The sky is clear, the stars are out. I guess that last cricket went to sleep. I don't hear any crickets anymore. That sucks. There was plenty of good crickets earlier. One of these days, I'm gonna get it together and start podcasting at 11 p.m. on the dot. Dude, it must be like 50 degrees out here right now. It's pretty chilly. Yeah, maybe it is too cold for the crickets, I don't know. Maybe it's their bedtime or something. But next week, I don't know which day I'm gonna do the UFO hunting. I'll try to pick a good, clear sky, a good, clear night. And I'm gonna try to do it at 11 p.m. on the dot. Oh wow. Yeah, I forgot where I was getting at. I forgot what I was gonna say. But starting October 3rd, I definitely won't be able to do it at on Thursday nights. I'm excited to start the acting classes. That should be really cool. You know, meet some people. Maybe hopefully find an agent. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So I think how I'm gonna structure this UFO podcast next week is, for the first hour, I'm gonna be on IG Live, hopefully also on Twitch Live, and if I can figure it out on Podbean Live, but probably not. So for the first hour, I'm going to be on IG Live. We're going to be talking. You know, if people tune in, I'll be chatting with them. And then for the second hour, I'm gonna go into like silent mode. I'm not gonna be really talking too much. I'm gonna be focused on the sky more. I'm gonna be doing more of the UFO hunting, paying attention to the sky, putting the energy out there, thinking about the UFO, and hopefully summoning a really cool sighting. Because that's what you gotta do. You gotta really focus. You gotta really focus and look up. So that's how I think I'm gonna structure it. First hour is, I'm gonna talk on IG Live, and then for the second hour, I'm still gonna keep the IG Live on. I'm still gonna keep the camera on, but I'm just gonna focus on the sky more, and hopefully capture a UFO or something else strange flying around, because I am way overdue on a UFO sighting. I have a little bit of footage that I need to upload to IG and YouTube. Nothing spectacular, but just some iPhone footage I caught over the years. capture something incredible on this camera soon. Oh man. How long are you going to Arizona for? Man, if you don't see a UFO in Arizona, that's gonna be such a shame. I think you'll see one if you know, spend at least a few hours a week stargazing and staring at the sky. You know, not on your phone, just looking up. And 3 days, okay. I mean, it's very possible to see. It's very possible to have a couple of sightings within 3 days if you're just really focused and really believe that you will see a UFO. And, you know, just put that energy out there and really focus and visualize seeing a UFO, and one should appear. I'm going to Colorado first, then Phoenix. The Sony A6500 has a 30-minute time limit. So after 30 minutes, it stops recording. I should have. Next time I'm going to set up the A6400 and point that at the sky. That does not have a time limit. Yeah, that 6500 has that stupid time limit. This A6400 does not have a time limit. So I'm gonna set this. I should have set this one up. I don't know what I was thinking. This camera is better than the 6500, but I've only had this 6400 for like a couple months or so, and for a while I've been having some issues with it. For some reason, this camera, it won't turn on sometimes. Fresh battery, whatever, I'll swap out the batteries, it just will not turn on, which is really annoying. So it's like, what, I gotta pay to get it fixed now. It's a brand new camera. I could not get it to turn on tonight. And look, it won't turn on now. What the Dude, it's always something. Bruh, I just got this camera and it won't turn on. I haven't dropped it, I take real good care of my equipment. I don't know if it's too cold out here or what. Did you ever see that show, Fact or Faked? I have not. What is fact or faked? Well, this camera won't turn on, so that's great. The moon is high above us, making its way around, slowly inching across the sky, little by little, minute by minute. I drank 2 miniature Coronas, 2 little ones. That was a great show. They would try to recreate paranormal and alien videos to see if it was a hoax or real. That actually sounds familiar. I may have seen it. I recall some kind of show trying to recreate like UFO sightings and stuff. They did the Fresno alien. I don't know what that is. The Fresno alien. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Damn, that's so annoying about this camera though. Like why? Why won't you turn on? It turned on like an hour ago, and now I'm gonna look it up. So we are live UFO hunting from a UFO hotspot in Bucks County, PA. The only UFO hunting podcast that I'm aware of, bringing you the hottest and livest UFO hunting action around. I have seen many, many incredible things in this classified location in Bucks County. And right now I'm staring at something that could either be a star or an orb. It's hard to tell. It's very far away. It looks like it's flickering different colors, but sometimes stars do that, so it's very deceiving. Or it very well may be a UFO, I really can't tell. And I should get some binoculars, but that's another expense. Let's see if the iPhone will. Ah, there it is, right above the fence. You can't see shit on the phone, but let's see. Oh, looky here, the goddamn camera. The A6400 just turned on. That took a few minutes. Hey, it turns on now. So I'm gonna walk up a little closer and see if I can tell if that's just a star or something else. And let me pop on a different lens on this A6400 so I can zoom in on it. Because right now I have a wide angle lens on it. So let's pop on this 18 to 105, 18 to 105 f4, which is not the best for low light because it's only an f4 aperture. I wish it was like an f1.8 because then and the A6400 won't turn on. Isn't that great? You can't be hunting out UFOs out here and have your camera not turn on, like... Like, that's no good. Come on, turn on, dude. Shit. I'm so mad about this camera. Well, I'll leave it on, let it warm up for a few minutes, I guess. Hopefully. It's probably just a star that I'm looking at, but it's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be a star, but it's hard to tell right now, and my camera won't turn on, so I can't record it and zoom in on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's either a motorcycle or a car, I'm not sure. See, I would say that I should get that new iPhone 11 or whatever it is, the one that has like three cameras on it. I don't know too much about it, but it has like a telephoto lens on it. And I saw someone zoom in on the moon with that new iPhone, and it was an okay picture. It wasn't like amazing, but it definitely, yeah, the 11 Pro. But it was definitely way better than a typical iPhone camera. But I don't have the money for that, and I'm still paying off my... Oh shit, I almost fell over. I'm still paying off my, what is this, the Pro? No, shit, what do I have? The Max. XS Max. Still paying off this bad boy, so... I will be right back. I will be right back. Give me 2 minutes. back. As soon as I left, the cricket came back. That's funny. Oh, look. The camera finally turned on. Let's see if I can... Oh, I heard the cricket. There it is. Let's see if I can zoom in on that thing. Let's see. Nope, not the right one. So, by the way, I'm gonna have this episode, the footage and the audio, posted to YouTube channel UFO Hunting ASMR podcast by Sunday night. And this time the whole screen will be 4K footage of the sky. You won't see me in the footage at all. You'll just hear me talking. And and actually, the last episode that I shot, I don't think I actually ever posted it. I never got a chance to actually post it. The audio was messed up, so like I had to mess around with that. That was getting really annoying, so I just never ended up posting it. I still might post that last episode. I'm not sure, but it's like 2 hours long or something. I would have to sit there and listen to the whole 2 hours, go through the audio. It's very time consuming, but we'll see. So right now I got the A6400 camera with my zoom lens. I'm trying to zoom in on this star or UFO. I'm not sure what it is. I'm trying to figure that out. It's probably just a star, but it's hard to tell. It looks like it's flashing different colors. flickering colors, like some stars do. It's just hard to tell, really. So, jeez. Yeah, the camera can see it. This is a 18 to 105 millimeter on a crop sensor camera, which means it crops the image for you. So instead of a 105 millimeter, I think you multiply that by like 1.5. So it gives you more zoom. It zooms in, but still not quite enough zoom. I couldn't get too close up to it, but I don't know. It's probably just a star, but it looks weird. It might be an orb. Hard to tell. Wow, I didn't realize how bright this moon is. It's shining down on the backyard. A lot. I mean, the iPhone can't pick it up. But, yeah, so for this part of the segment, what is it, 2:22 a.m.? A UFO hunt for maybe like another 30 minutes or something. Yeah, so for this part, I just turned off the light. I'm gonna go more incognito and try to pay attention to the sky more. And probably just chat to myself more, I guess. Maybe some random thoughts, but also this IG Live says I have 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining, which means it's gonna shut off on me. So I'm gonna momentarily end this live so it can reset the timer, and then I'm gonna jump on it and I'm gonna just let it roll. So I'm gonna end this live real quick. And now I am back on the live. So I'm just going to tilt the phone. I'm going to tilt the phone up towards the moon and the... Hi. What up? Man, UFO. I turned off all the lights so I can better see the sky. We got the beautiful moon out. It's nice and cold. Summer is officially over. And it's getting nice and chilly out. It is pretty. It's freezing. I'm not gonna lie, it's freezing. So for those of you just tuning in, I will be posting the footage and the audio to YouTube by Sunday night, and also uploading the footage and the audio to Podbean podcast app as well by Sunday night. Oh man, we have 3 beautiful stars in the sky right above this chimney. Right above this chimney. I doubt the phone can pick it up. I doubt you can see it on the phone, but these, let's see if you can. Oh yeah, you can. Do you see those 3 stars? Like dead center of the screen. Let's see if I can. 1, 2, 3. Those 1, 2, 3. These 3 stars above the chimney. They're almost in a perfect line. They look pretty sweet. Also, I want to figure out if there's a way that I can hook up my mirrorless camera up to the phone so you guys can have better quality footage coming through the camera. Like, I wonder if that's possible. Oh shit, I think I just saw a shooting star up above. Out of the corner of my eye. Shit, I missed it. I could have swore I just saw it. Okay, and that's where I'm gonna sit back down and pay more attention to the sky, so I don't miss anything else. I hear some goddamn dog barking out in the distance. And by the way, okay, first of all, on one of the previous UFO hunting ASMR podcasts, I forget which episode it was, maybe the second one, this random girl was watching it and she left a comment saying that she saw a shooting star in my footage, and then I went and looked at it, and what do you know, we caught a shooting star. So that was pretty sweet. When I record these, I normally don't go back and watch the whole footage because I just don't have that kind of time. So if people want to go in and like watch the YouTube video of the sky, that'd be cool because they might see something in the footage that I missed. You know, maybe because I'm busy chatting on IG Live or busy fiddling with camera equipment or what have you. But and number 2, I've been talking about this dog that lives above me that, like clockwork, would bark its head off every morning at around 7:30 a.m. and would bark and cry and whine it just would not stop, and it's so loud. I guess the walls are really thin, and it was driving me crazy. I would have to sleep. If I wanted to get a few more minutes of sleep, I would have to sleep in noise-canceling headphones, and then if I wanted to get some work done, I would have to walk around with noise-canceling headphones, and I couldn't record any podcasts or anything like that. But good news, the dog, I think it moved away. I think that dog moved away, thank God. Apparently it went to go live with, the owner's parents or whatever in another state. So that dog is gone. Man, that dog was driving me crazy. I was ready to break my lease and pay the $4,000 or whatever it was to get out of there. But here's another problem though. A minor problem, definitely not as bad as that other dog, but there's another dog right across from my window on a lower floor with all the windows open, and that dog cries and whines a little bit here and there throughout the day. It's tolerable. It's not nearly as bad. If I close my window, I probably don't hear it. So hopefully the owner does something about that dog, but it's a little bit of a problem, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. But I can't believe that though. To have not one dog barking and crying above you, but to have a second dog across from your window crying and whining all day too. Like, Jesus Christ. It was whining so much today though that I again would hear a dog whining in my head when there was no dog whining. Like, that's how much I hear it throughout the day. But it's getting colder out, so I'm gonna be closing my window a lot more, so hopefully that just blocks all of that noise. And I can record the podcast, well, the other podcast, not this podcast, the Arthur Alien podcast. Hopefully, I'll record that. Yeah, that is sad that nobody realizes how sad and lonely these dogs are. I mean, like, I used to have 2 dogs, and I don't think they ever cried throughout the day when they were left alone. Like, I could be wrong, but I mean, definitely when they got older, they were, you never heard a peep out of them. They would just sleep all day. Oh man, it's freezing out here. Got this nice, beautiful moon above. YouTube, and to the other Podbean channel, Arthur Alien Pod. And that podcast, I think I figured out a new structure for it. The first segment is going to be about advertising. The second segment is about acting. And the third segment is going to be about aliens. So before, when I was filming that Arthur Alien podcast, I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't have any kind of structure. You know, it was just random, and I just didn't know what to talk about. Now, that podcast is going to be about advertising, acting, and aliens. All A's. All letter A's. So basically the first segment is going to be, I'm going to go through the Adweek website. Adweek is a popular website where they talk about all kinds of advertising stuff. Advertisements, commercials, you know, what's popular in advertising, I guess. So the thing with that is you have to pay for that subscription to read all their articles. So I'm going to sign up, I'm going to pay for that subscription, and, you know, people, and I'll just go through some random articles that they have, or like fun commercials or advertisements they got showcasing. They got some fun stuff on there. It should be pretty cool to talk about. So basically my line that I say, that I'm gonna say, is I pay for Adweek so you don't have to. So basically, if you don't want to pay however much it is a month for Adweek, but you still want to be in the know about you know, some cool latest advertising stuff, you can tune into my podcast, and I will talk about since I'm paying for the subscription, I will talk about some cool advertising stuff that I find on the website, and probably even make fun of and review and critique some of the ads or some of the latest trending advertising news that's going on. So it'll be fun. I think that'll be good. Yeah, because I went to college for advertising, so I need to start reading a lot more about advertising and advertising news, being in on the latest stuff that's going on. And plus, you know, I started the alien advertising agency called In-House Alien, and I'm just finally sitting down to create the website. It's looking pretty dope. I'm gonna have all kinds of services on there. All kinds of services, you know, photography, graphic design, advertising, video, all kinds of cool stuff going on. And that's something that I should have been focused on months ago. But I'm focused on it now. And then I need to get the In-House Alien agency Instagram going, because I haven't done too much with that, because I've been focused on other things that I realized I shouldn't have been focused on. But that's okay. So the first segment is the advertising, and that should be fun. The second segment is the acting. It'll just basically be like, let me see what's going on with this camera. 18 minutes. So this second segment is going to be acting, basically. Yeah, I was just focused on doing the wrong things. Like recording after quitting my job to follow my dreams and try to work for myself, what I should have been focused on from day one was the alien advertising agency, the advertising, the graphic design, photography, different kinds of YouTube videos, the sci-fi fashion brand, the space jackets, and also I should have been focused on the acting from day one. The acting classes should have been done from day one. The 2 acting websites that I just, a few weeks ago signed up for to find acting auditions, that should have been done from day one. But it's okay, we're doing it now, and oh word, you think you saw a shooting star? Oh, dope. But it's okay. I learned and I realized what I should be focusing on and what I shouldn't be focusing on. It's a learning process. This is all new to me, trying to work for myself. This is all very new to me, so it took me a few months to kind of learn and experiment and do different things, and now I have a better strategy, a better game plan. I know what I should be focusing on more, so that's what I'm starting to implement. And so yeah, the second segment is the acting. Basically, I'll give any updates on, if I went on any acting auditions that week, how it went, what I learned, if there's any kind of acting knowledge I can share, or tips with other actors. Maybe give an update on how the acting classes are going, what I've been learning, any tips or tricks that I can share. If I take a trip up to New York for some cool acting audition, I'll do a little vlogging video. And then for the third segment, the alien part, I'll talk about I'll talk about either whichever X-Files, the original X-Files TV show episode I'm currently watching that week, because I'm only on season 4, and I stopped watching months ago, so I gotta pay for Hulu. I'm dying to watch the X-Files. I'm dying to continue. To finish all the X-Files episodes. I'm so addicted. Love that show. I'm only on season 4. I just started season 4, a few months back. I've never seen anything beyond season 4, but it's getting so damn good. So I can talk about some X-Files episode that I'm watching. I can talk about I want to review any sci-fi Netflix movie that I just saw. So I'll be doing some sci-fi Netflix movie reviews, because Netflix has some interesting sci-fi movies sometimes. So I'll pay for Netflix, or I'll hopefully use somebody's account and review some cool sci-fi movie. And also, I'll talk about some UFO sightings, anything new that I've seen in the sky. Maybe I'll talk about the UFO hunting podcast a little bit, if there's anything cool to share about that. So yeah, advertising, acting, and aliens. It should be a cool little structure for the Arthur Alien Podcast. You've never watched the original X-Files TV show? Oh my god, dude. It's freaking incredible. It's so sick, dude. It's so dope. I don't know why I never got into the X-Files as a kid. I just didn't. But, as the seasons progress, it gets better and better. The first 3 seasons are okay. good, but they're not the best. But once you start hitting season 3, and then once you really hit season 4, oh my god. Season 4 is when it gets really, really good. Like, so damn good. Oh my god. That show is so good that I had to stop watching it because I didn't want to watch it by myself. Like, I wanted to share that experience with somebody else that's also obsessed with that show. You know what I mean? Like, because it was just that good. I wanted to like sit there and watch it with somebody else that was into it. And look, I need to start watching that ASAP. Oh, dude. Binge watch the original X-Files TV show. You know, the first season is okay. It's kind of random. Oh. Yeah, so that's what it is. The first season is kind of random. There's like random episodes about different like paranormal activity. A little, I think it touches on aliens a little bit. The second season touches on aliens a little bit in some of the episodes. The third season is really starting to get into the alien conspiracies that the government is hiding. So as the seasons progress, you start getting more and more into the alien part of the X-Files. And then once you hit season 4, you're really, now you're like full-blown, like into alien conspiracies, and you're really getting into the alien plot of the story. So that's when the show that's when the show really focuses on aliens, basically. It's so damn good. It's so goddamn good. Yeah, man, I was literally gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna end this podcast, so thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you guys next week, and I'll keep everyone updated on which night that I will be doing the UFO hunting next week. You think it was the light I had? I don't know. I haven't used a light for a while. That's the moon up there. I don't know, but I'm gonna look at the footage tomorrow or Sunday, and I'll see if we caught anything. Alright, man. Peace out. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, guys, if anyone tuned in on Podbean to follow along on this UFO hunting, I appreciate it. I'm gonna cut this podcast here because it's cold out and it's almost 3 a.m. And I think we've been podcasting for almost 2 hours or something like that. So, oh man, your boy's getting sleepy. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna eat. eat some food. I'm gonna eat some chocolate. And, yeah. Tune in next week. And as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to probe that like button and abduct that subscribe button. You know, share the word with your friends if you have any alien lovers or UFO lovers in your life. Tell them about the UFO Hunting ASMR podcast. Spread the word. Let them know. We do this every single week with upgraded audio. I got an upgraded mic and I'm liking it. And we'll see how that goes. And we're the only UFO hunting podcast that's bringing you the live UFO hunting from a UFO hotspot in Bucks County, PA. And I've seen tons of crazy stuff here. And I wish I had a good camera back then. I just had my iPhone. I caught a little bit of footage. Nothing too crazy. And I will be posting that footage soon. But I have a couple good cameras now. So we finna catch something crazy. So tune in. And if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, complaints about the podcast, please let me know either on the Podbean podcast app. The channel is called UFO Hunting ASMR Podcast, or on my Instagram at Arthur Alien, or on YouTube, UFO Hunting ASMR Podcast as well. And hopefully I can live stream this on Twitch next week as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you listened this far, you are dope, you are awesome. And stay weird.